Hello, good day, viewers. Today, my topic will be about setting kernel model parameters. So, this topic fall under tuning the performance of Linux operating system. Uh, so, I made another video, that talked about kernel models in general, but here I'm going to be talking or specifically about how you change the parameters of your kernel model. So this is not something you do on everyday basis, actually, but from time to time you might want to. This might be what it is. This might actually be something that will be beneficial to you, or it is worth knowing that this is something you can do on your Linux system, or this is actually might be the solution to your problem that you may encounter. Like it has happened to me. I had some problem with my Wi-Fi, and I needed to, do some research and figure that I actually have to change some of the parameters of the Wi-Fi module. So let's get to it. So kernel modules, they are pieces of code, that you can load and unload them on demand. Kernel modules extend, the ability of the Linux kernel. So the parameters, they give us ability to pass, some values, when you load the kernel module, and it gives us the ability to change the behavior of the module. So I'll be demonstrating this. I'll be using an example of the KVM Intel module for this example, for this demonstration. So let's go to the terminal. So if you want to see the modules on your system, you can do ls mod. And if you want to see the information about a particular module, you can run mod info on that particular module. For example, mod info on kvm underscore intel. So kvm underscore intel is the module that or deals with kvm virtualization. So when you look at the information that has been given here, at the end you see some things about palm. So palm, these are actually parameters. So they are parameters that you can modify to change the behavior of this virtualization module. So there's actually a very common one that usually needs to be changed is the nested parameter. So this tells us that there's a parameter called nested, and the type of this parameter is boolean. So boolean means it can be a 0 or 1. So 0 means the parameter is off, 1 means it is on. So this particular parameter deals with having nested virtual machines on a physical host. That is, you have a physical host, then you have a virtual machine, then inside of that virtual machine you have another virtual machine. So nested virtualization. So and this is you have to change this parameter, if you want to be able to do nested virtualization. So if you need to basically change the value of a parameter, you can do it, on when you are loading the parameter, the module. Sorry, I mean if you want to change the value of a particular parameter of a module, you can do it with the mod probe and change the value. So for example, I can do mod probe kvm underscore intel, then that particular parameter, and pass the value in. So for example, mod probe kvm underscore intel nested equals to 1. So I'm enabling nested, and if I need to disable it, I'll disable it this way. But this is this you can do this, but if you restart your system, you're going to lose that value. So if you just temporarily want to change a particular parameter, you can do it this way. But if you want to make it permanent, you have to look at a particular directory. You can do ls on etc mod or modprob.d. So this particular directory contains files, that you can use to change the behavior, or you can use to give further instruction to how kernel modules, are being loaded. So, for example, if you need to change the parameter for a particular module, you have to know the name of that module. So you have to name it. So, for example, on in this my system, uh, uh, so you have to. Okay, I don't have it here, but let me just show how to do it. So on this my system right now, I don't have anything related to KVM in this directory. So, and also, before I even modify it, let me show how we can know the current value. So the current value of this nested module, we can actually know current value by looking into this directory called /sys /module or so kvm underscore intel. So you see there's a directory called parameters, then nested. So let's cut on this. So let me clear my screen actually. Let me cut on it again. So the current value for this nested parameter is n, which means no, or which means false. So that means if I want to run nested virtualization on this system, I will not be able to do it. But to be able to change, and actually this is the default setting, but to be able to change it, I have to, like I said, I have to look into this directory, the etc modprobe.d, and put the actually before I do that, let me see if I can unload modprobe modprobe-r on kvm intel. Okay, so right now I have unloaded this kernel module. I have removed it. So let's say I want to insert it back again, but this time around I want to set the nested value to 1. So I have reloaded it and I set the nested value to 1. So let's go and check this file again. So now you see it has become yes. So this folder, as you know, if you're familiar with this particular /sys directory, they have directories that change on at runtime. Their values change. So this value changes depending on how I load the kernel. So and this directory, for any kernel that you are interested in, you can look in /sys/module. So this contains basically all the kernel modules on my system. So for any particular module that you want to know about, you can look at it and the parameters directory. So you see all the parameters that are related to that particular module. So for example, for kvm underscore intel, these are all the parameters that are related to it, and you can modify them using the mod probe. Or to make the change permanent, you have to create another file in the etc modprobe.d, and you have to give it the name of that particular module. So kvm underscore intel.conf. So then you have to, inside this file, you have to write options nested nested equals to 1. So basically now if I save this file, that change will become permanent anytime that module needs to be loaded. So another example that I can show you actually is with the module that deals with my Wi-Fi. So like I said, I used to have a lot of problem with my Wi-Fi before, but after doing a lot of research, I discovered that there's actually a parameter that I needed to disable, which is the MSI. So, so you can see on this my Wi-Fi module, there's a parameter called MSI, and I needed to change that parameter. So that was why I created a file. So if I look at into my mod probe again, uh, so you see, uh, okay, options, okay, the name of the module, then the value of the parameter. So actually, I have to go back and change the one I created because I needed to put kvm underscore intel here. So you see, so that the correct format is options kvm underscore intel nested equals to 1. So now if I do the mod probe again and remove the kvm underscore intel, I've removed it. So if I load it again without setting any parameter here, I load it again, and let's go and look at this file again. Or let's go and look at sys module or kvm underscore intel parameters nested. So you see it is yes now because I have permanently set it in the uh in the mod probe directory. So I permanently set it in the mod probe kvm underscore intel.conf directory. So that is the gist of what I want to tell you. So this is not something you do every day, but at times when you run into some issues, this might be what you have to do to solve it. Or at times you might want to modify the behavior of some of your kernel modules, and you definitely have to know about this directory. That is the etc modprobe.d. It contains things that you might need to change about your system, to change some behaviors. So I hope this is not too confusing. Or let me know what you think about this video. If you learn one or two things from this video, or I would like you to like this video. Yeah, I would like you to like the video. All right, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.